Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Noah Eisenhower. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing good. This is your first time on here. So why
hmm
don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do?
Well, I'm Noah Eisenhower. I'm 19 years old, based out of Freeport, Illinois. I'm the driver for NDE Racing. We compete in the All-Star Challenge Series and the Pro Late Model competition, and also some outside smaller series such as the Big Eight Pro Late Model class. Looking forward to get going this year with the second season of the All-Star Challenge Series.
Yeah. And of course, also Noah was just named a finalist for the Kulwicki Driver Development Program. And for people that do not know about that, it's basically my employer. Um, I work for the program. So, but this is my own personal podcast. Um, so so what was it like, did you think that you were going to be a finalist and all that stuff? Like what was going through your head when you got the call that you were going to be a finalist?
When I got the call that I was a finalist, I was still sleeping because I was doing physics homework till 3 a.m. the night before. So I was super unexpecting to get that call. I honestly didn't have very much confidence going into Wednesday, actually Tuesday into Wednesday, because going from Wednesday to Thursday, I mean, you're down to 20% chance of getting picked two out of the 12 left. So I didn't think the odds were going to lie in my favor, but thankfully we were able to get it, and I'm super grateful for it. This past 4 or 5 days has been unreal of talking with people and connecting with people that I'll be working with this year.
Yeah. So if you have let's talk about like your background. How did you get into racing and all that stuff? Like how'd you first get into it?
Just like a lot of kids, their dad gets them into it at a super young age. So before I was born, my dad raced Midwest Truck Series up here in Madison, Wisconsin area. He ran for about 2 years, and my sister was born, and then I was born after that in '05. So once I was born and got to the age of 4, he put me in kid karts running dirt at the local track down at Pearl City, which is about 10 minutes from here. And after that, we were able to go to Super Cups, and he let me pick asphalt. And I think that decision right there benefited me to branch off to legend cars after that, and then finally late models to where I'd have more opportunity on the asphalt side versus going dirt side, which the dirt side is really, really good too. They've got really strong numbers right now in like late model racing and crate late model racing too. But I think asphalt really beneficial for me to get that next step in my racing career.
So you live in Illinois. You're a Midwest guy. You're going to be running this All-Star Challenge series, and which is a series that up until you first your name, I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like, and because I don't know because it's all brand new. What is that for people that may not know?
Yeah, so the All-Star Challenge Series is about a 6 to 7 race deal, from April all the way to Oktoberfest at La Crosse in October. We do run a couple races back to back, coinciding with the Big Eight Series, but not that much this year is what it's looking out to be. We run Pro Late Model races from April and Slinger is what we're starting off with this year. We range from Golden Sands, WIR, up in Kaukauna, all the way down to Oktoberfest in April at La Crosse. So looking for a really good wide range of tracks of that really fall into my skill set, that I think we should be really strong at this year.
Yeah. So you're okay. I want to get this out of the way. Your last name is very, very familiar. And yes, you are apparently related to our 34th president. I guess that was
Yeah.
published by a few people last week.
Okay.
So, sixth cousin, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I was told. I had to do a project on him in third grade, project for the third grade class. So I was left with him by unanimous decision in the class. So I think that's what we did on ancestry.com is what we tracked down to was
Yeah,
sixth cousin.
yeah, that's very interesting. Um, let's see. So, I've learned a lot about you just in the last few minutes getting to know you a little bit. Can you just describe like your personality? Because I think you're a perfectionist. is what I've learned from taking away from a lot of the conversation I had with you. What can you just talk about like your mindset when it comes to certain things like, getting on the car, you know, anything that you do?
Anything that I'm doing really is if my heart's not in it 100%, if my mind's not in it 100%, I'm not going to do my best work. So that comes with racing, that comes with school, that comes with small projects. I mean, if we're not going to do it right, why are we doing it at all? So if we're not going to start at 100%, do it 100% to our capability, ask questions of how we can improve the next time, I don't think it's worth our time. I mean, time is the one thing you can't get back. So let's use it to our best advantage of let's learn something from it. How can we make it better? And I think that's stemming from my engineering mind of, yeah, we have this design or whatever. How can we make it better the next time? How can we continuously make improvements of quality and safety in any aspect like that?
Okay. So you mentioned you're a mechanical engineering student. You're going to Purdue, Indianapolis, if I am not mistaken.
That's correct.
So, and also it's, yes, it's part of the main campus for people that also don't.
Mhm.
So, why did you want to be a mechanical engineer? What got you into that?
My dad is a ME R&D engineer for a company that makes mining equipment. So through his years of coaching me in the shop of when we needed things, we needed to make them. We couldn't just buy stuff that we had needs for. We needed to physically make them. So he would sit out there, draw it on paper, think out the ideas, think of the concepts. Let's draw it out on paper, and we can erase any mistakes, make any changes, and then we're going to model it in CAD software. So, and once I started seeing the CAD software, my mind was pretty much blown. And I started looking at that stuff when I was probably 10, 11, when he was sitting here doing projects at this table. I was always so in tune with what he was doing, why he was doing this, what was he making this for what application. And I really took to that when I got to eighth grade slash freshman year, I want to say. I started doing mechanical engineering classes in our high school, and I took dual credit classes at the community college out here
Wow.
to get me ahead of the other kids in the class of being creative, innovative, and using other skills in certain applications that I can apply to our race car of if we need something, we can make it. And this is how it should be done. This is how it should be done right. And if we do make mistakes the first time, this is how we can make it the next time and make continuous improvements on it.
So let's go into the season. How many races do you plan on doing in 2025 and all that fun stuff?
Right now, it's going to be between 16 to 20. I got some weekends that I think I need to look at. Some schedule conflicts have arose over the past couple days. So we haven't put anything out yet. I'm still in the works of getting everything sorted out. Internship wise for this summer, as I'm still a student and need to get some experience on my resume to appear to companies in the motorsports industry. But also, my racing is really a priority right now. And going to make some schedule changes to accommodate both sides of the fence and make sure I can accommodate as many people as well
Yeah.
as possible.
So let me ask you this. What does it mean to you to be in this program and what just being in this program and being a finalist, what does that mean to you?
It's just an honor having a lot of the hard work over the past 15 years being recognized and meaning something and having a good purpose. I mean, I'm sure my dad, when he started me racing, he didn't envision us being this point to this point, this far along, and having as much recognition as possible. Over the past probably 10 years or so, he's been really pushing social sides of some certain apps and on social media, and I've also been doing social media as well. And getting that recognition, I think, is really good confidence booster going into this year of our hard work has really paid off the past 4 or 5 years even of getting my skill set up and being there in a good presence. And it's kind of floored me and kind of spun my head a little bit the last couple of days of it's a reality of the hard work coming together. And I also think it's a really good family thing too. We're really family oriented. So having the sponsors, family, friends, and whoever is supporting me, all that hard work and support has really come together to make something good.
What are your goals driving the car this year? And what are your goals outside of the car this year?
Out of the car, I think is probably a good fitness aspect for me. I've been in the gym a lot lately, and I've been seeing some improvement, health-wise, not just physicality, but also health-wise of, stress relieving. I get really stressed in the car too. So, I think controlling that outside of the car and then coming into the car afterwards, I think I can control that a little bit more of keeping my heart rate down in some higher intense situations. And I think that'll be, and not just a racing health benefit, but also just an everyday health benefit too. In the car. If I had to pick one off the top of my head right now, it's going to be decision making. I think I need to be a little bit better on some decision making aspects on the mental side of thing. I think our physical car setups are really good right now. Very minor tweaks that I think we need to make, but cognitive decision making for me is definitely one that I need to improve upon. And um, I think that has set us up for a lot of failures and spots lost in recent races of short runs that come down to cone decisions. So even getting the right decision with the right people behind me, right people in front of me is going to be crucial this year to getting back to victory lane.
Yeah. Okay, so there's also the charitable side of things. You also do a lot of stuff there. I'm aware that you do some stuff with veterans, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so probably since I was born, I've been around the Vietnam Freeport chapter who helps veterans, and they have a board that my grandparents are on, and they run that pretty well. So anytime they need help, I'm right there with them. They do some active, how do I say, events in the community like car shows or whatever that may be. I'm always there helping a little bit when I can to, because my grandparents do a lot for me in my racing, so it's the least I can do to give back to them. And the ball goes both ways, so I can't thank them enough. And I hope they recognize that I'm doing my willingness to accommodate them as well and really show my appreciation to them.
And lastly, just like I know you're on spring break right now, and what have you got planned for the upcoming year?
This year, probably besides those 16 to 20 races at various tracks. I mean, we're ranging from Slinger all the way around to WIR, maybe some Grundy even. I got to look at the schedules. So, um, we'll probably be racing every week, probably not twice a week, but definitely every week to get those races in. Get as much track time as possible to get our setups right. Um, might have some internship stuff coming up as well, so I can get that on my resume. I hope I can get that done and not conflict with my racing too much. Other than that, I think that's going to be a pretty busy summer. Besides that, I might take a summer class just depending on how this semester ends out, but definitely going to be a busy summer.
Absolutely. All right. Noah Eisenhower, congrats on becoming a 2025 Kulwicki Driver Development Program finalist, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your time.